Hello, eager young learners. In case you don't know, I confessed my love to Taylor Swift recently. One day while Taylor was sitting in her room, I suddenly hugged her and whispered in her ear, "Will you be my girlfriend?" Her eyes widened, her hands shook, and she managed to stammer, "Are you mad? Where's security? How did you end up in my room in the dead of night?" The confession didn't end very successfully. At the time, I couldn't understand why I failed to persuade Taylor to fall for me. But luckily, I had a lot of spare time recently, and came across a podcast for the book Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. I don't usually enjoy self-help books much, but this is a book written by a leading figure in the study of the art of persuasion, and he also used to teach at Stanford, not on TikTok. So here in this book, I want to share with you 6 principles that might help you better conquer others. Firstly, to persuade others, be likable. This is very simple yet effective. If someone has a good impression of you, they'll be more likely to agree with you. Trust me, too many people focus on persuasion and end up forgetting to be likable in their counterparts' eyes. One tip is to genuinely compliment others and do it often. For example, the other day I went out to buy a coffee machine, and the pretty female employee there complimented me saying, "Your mole looks beautiful." Of course, I knew she was just trying to sell me something, and being a strong man, I didn't fall for it. Another tip is that people tend to like those who are similar to themselves. You can use that to your advantage and utilize a method called mirroring. If you intentionally mimic the other person's posture, gestures, voice, and attitude, you'll become more likable in their eyes. Science has proved it extremely effective. On a study about dating, volunteers grade the other person up to 15% higher if the other person imitates them. In combining these two methods, my chances with Taylor Swift would drastically increase if I just pointed out our similarities beforehand. "Ooh, your bust is 42 inches? So is my belly." Secondly, social evidence. Humans tend to agree to an offer if they see people around them also doing so. A prime example of this is internet product reviews. After all, you want to buy a product that many people rate highly because many others have used it and found it alright. Speaking of which, recently I watched a video about a young British lad who established a fake restaurant on TripAdvisor, then pumped fake reviews to transform it into the highest rated restaurant in London. When customers arrive, they'll see actors hired to be other customers and pretend to enjoy the food. As a result, real customers also breathlessly praise the food, even though it was quite ordinary food, according to the young British man. This is a good example to show that if you want to persuade someone into doing something, show them that everyone else is doing the same. Say when confessing your love to someone, if you want maximum effectiveness, you could say, "Darling, everyone in this world makes mistakes that they regret forever. Would you like to make one of those mistakes by loving me?" Thirdly, show your authority. If you want to persuade someone to do something, show them that you are someone with authority. This might be displayed through a higher standing position, extensive knowledge, or simply how you dress and talk. Humans are programmed to follow authoritative figures. Scammers tend to utilize this best. Those youngsters on social media posting pictures of themselves in designer suits, wearing Rolexes, and driving luxury cars to make people believe every word they say. You think about it, between "Will you be my girlfriend?" and "Hi, I'm a genius in mathematics, physics, biology, history, and geography. I'm also an associate professor, PhD, MBA, CSGO, and dean of mathematics at Harvard. Would you like to be my girlfriend?" Which one sounds sweeter and more persuasive? Fourthly, scarcity. The scarcer it is, the more people will want it. There are countless examples of this. Sale ends in 2 hours is scarcity of time. Only 50 cars were made is scarcity of quantity. Pee right next to the no peeing sign. Scarcity of choice. In psychology, there is a concept called reactance theory. Have you ever planned to do something such as cleaning the bathroom, then out of the blue someone shows up and tells you, "Hey man, go clean the bathroom." Suddenly you don't want to clean the bathroom anymore. It's that kind of psychology. The basis of reactance theory is that humans hold their freedom of choice very highly. Therefore, when we encounter anything holding this freedom back, making it scarce, we'll try to resist that pressure. Here, you get the choice of whether to clean the bathroom or not. When someone directly tells you to do so, you react by wanting to do the opposite. My friend, applying the concepts of scarcity and reactance theory when trying to woo the lovely Taylor Swift, I could say, "Taylor baby, there may be many bald heads in this world, but a bald, pot-bellied, one-armed guy like myself is a rare find indeed. Don't think you can have me." Hopefully, she will fall into my trap and do the opposite of what I suggested. The fifth tactic is consistency. Guys, have you ever carried bags for your girlfriend and she says, "Oh, don't carry too much, it's heavy." But like a real manly man, you insist, "Psh, it's light as a feather." 2 steps later, you realize it's too heavy, but you grit your teeth and soldier on, with your fingers turning blue from lack of circulation. Consistency is a characteristic of humans. Once we have made a stand, a choice, or want others to think that we possess a certain quality, we often feel compelled to act accordingly. So, when persuading others, apply this principle. In 1967, after Israel's victory in the Six-Day War, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat had to sit at the negotiating table. In a disadvantaged position, he said, "I am very glad you are the negotiating partners. Everyone knows how important equality and fairness are to the Jewish community." And after that, the Israelis acted according to those qualities. Applying consistency, I could have said to Taylor Swift, "Taylor, you once said you wanted to live happily with the one you love. So if you want to live, love me." Based on my experience withdrawing money from the bank, this method is usually much more effective if you wear a mask and carry a knife. Rule number 6, the law of reciprocity. This one is dead simple. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Or in layman's terms, you do something nice for someone, they'll want to do something nice back. If you want to persuade someone to do something, help that person with something first. Unless they are extremely selfish, they will feel obligated to reciprocate. Think about it. If you help an old person cross the road every day, by the end of the year, you will have 365 old people to run errands for you. The same principle applies when sweeping a gal off her feet. Before putting your heart on the line and asking for hers, you gotta show her yours is in it first. When confessing your love to your crush, sure, you could wear a mask, wield a knife, and rattling off your credentials, then say, "If you want to live, love me." But if while she's quivering with emotion, you forget to pull out that chicken nugget heart you've been keeping in your pocket just for her, does it really count as a love confession? So in summary, lads, those are the 6 principles to persuade others. Implement these 6 persuasion plays will not guarantee you always succeed 100%, but your odds of success will skyrocket. Well, now it's time for me to have a very important appointment with the doctor. That's it for this video. I'm the Simplify, and wish you good luck confessing to Taylor Swift.